Hello, welcome to the cVsFlight channel.
This is going to have something to think about this summer, I can tell you that.
How about that man right there? He's fastest in our first qualifying session earlier, number 34, Rider D. Francisco, getting ready to roll us. Cameron McAdoo on our right, on Rider D's left. Max Anstey getting ready to roll. This guy, Levi Kitchen, really fast to start the season earlier this year. He's just got 3 career fast qualifiers, 1 in each of the past 3 seasons. Think he would have more, AC?
I would think so, yeah. He's got a lot of raw speed, but I will say for Levi, I think with the last weekend's track and this track, he is more of a finesse guy. He likes the technical stuff, the slower stuff. He has gotten better at this type of condition, but I'm interested to see if we're going to see more improvement on these fast tracks that reward intensity.
Michael Moseman getting ready to roll. Rider D, Cameron McAdoo. They've had some good battles this season, these two.
Absolutely, and I think in general, the dynamic with Rider D when he's battling these guys towards the end of the race, the fight that I'm seeing from Rider D shows me he's got a lot of confidence in himself. And I definitely think he's going to be in contention for a podium tonight if he can get out of the gate.
Well, I mentioned talking to Nathan Ramsey yesterday at press day. He mentioned Rider D on a Tuesday or Wednesday during the week. We have not seen that on Saturday. The ceiling for Rider D is so high, and he's qualifying great here earlier.
Corner straightens out so much. It's that first left bend, and then it goes completely straight, and then it's like a really tight 90-degree turn. But I started the show. The keys, one of the keys was Max Anstey in his starts. Can he get it back on track? That's a great sign right there.
Absolutely. What about Kitchen back on track?
Yeah, Kitchen, pretty good first qualifier from him, but I think what it comes down to is if he has any chance at beating Haiden Deegan, which look, that's what all these guys want to do. They want to go out there and win this thing. He needs to be pretty much flawless, because with the way Hayden's riding right now, any of these guys, and Levi's so talented, so good on the bike, but with Hayden at the level he's at now, these guys just have to be so perfect if they want a shot at crossing the finish line before the one.
Looked like the track, it's a little bit slippery. They laid some water down earlier. A little bit slippery right now?
It is, yeah. You can definitely tell in some of those flat areas where normally at a typical Supercross, you'd have a little groove, a little berm to bank off of, and a lot of the flat corners here are completely flat. So you'll see these guys when you're pushing the pace, when you're doing a sprint lap in those shiny areas of the track where it's really slick, it's so easy to rush it and make a little mistake.
This session of 250 Group A qualifying is fueled by Quick Trip. As guys are throwing down early, Anstey throwing one down, Levi Kitchen behind him throwing one down, Haiden Deegan just kind of checking things out.
Looks like he's potentially setting up a fast lap here. Sometimes when they put, yeah, he's just going to take a lap and kind of get into it. Sometimes when the track crew puts water down, you go out there and right away you know that it's going to take a few laps for the track to kind of break in and be fast. So you kind of adjust your game plan on the fly. You go out there and kind of just get into the flow of things. I always like to do some laps at 80%, 70% to kind of build into the session. But you can tell right now, you see some loose stir in that right-hand corner before this rhythm section. Definitely really easy to lose your front end on a track like this.
Well, and a lot of these guys, so these sessions are 12 minutes. Sometimes you'll go out and you'll know exactly how many laps it is. You'll go out and say, okay, I'm going to do a 3-lapper. I'm going to take 1 lap off. Then I'm going to go do another 3-lapper, take a lap off, and then do a heater at the end of the qualifying session. Did you have things in mind, or your trainer at the time, Nick Way? Did you guys say, okay, let's do a certain amount of laps and then back it off for a lap, kind of regroup?
I did. I think my thing was, my habit I would fall into was going and doing 1 lap at it. I always wanted to be good in qualifying. I wanted to be on the top of the board, so I would do 1 lap at a time, but that doesn't always translate well to the night program. So my thing was, towards the end of my career, trying to go out there and do multiple laps at a time, kind of just sets you up better going into the heat races.
57 at Avery Long on your screen, AEO KTM ride. Getting things figured out here on this track early on in session number 2. Rider D was fastest earlier today. Remember, Haiden Deegan actually qualified fastest, but lost his fast time because of He was over the sound limit. His motorcycle did not pass sound after qualifying, so he lost his fast time. That put him down to third with that 57.8. Rider D 57.6 fastest earlier today. So let's see if these guys can get up there and match that 57.6 here in session number 2.
I definitely think, judging by what I'm seeing on the track right now, I do think there's going to be a lot of fast times at the end of this session. So I think
as this time goes on, Kitchen's already thrown down his fastest lap of the day. Right there, you see it on your left of your screen. That 57.8, that's from this session right here. So the track is speeding up as we get through this qualifier number 2. So you think there's a 56 out there potentially?
That's a lot of time, JB, but it wouldn't surprise me. See, if, say, Haiden goes to the top, and if there's a little bit of a back and forth, if there's kind of a back and forth, these guys are pushing the pace, I think potentially we could see a 56. But I don't know if you need a 56 to be the fastest in this session, but I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again.
Number 43, Lux Turner on your screen. He was 6th in session number 1. 11th was his career best before that. So Lux bringing the heat here in Glendale. Levi Kitchen setting up a fast lap right now. 2nd overall. Can he better his time? All he needs is 2/10 to be fastest, Adam.
Only 2/10. You see him setting it up right here, giving himself a little bit of space from the rider in front of him. That's half the battle in these qualifying sessions, is trying to get a clear track. But let's see how Levi,
still just a little bit off of Rider D, and Haiden Deegan goes to 2nd with a 57.7 as well. So times are speeding up.
Times are speeding up, and these guys, we're about to see a knockdown drag out for the fastest qualifier right now, because we've got some guys that are in it. Rider D is feisty today. He likes these conditions. Bakersfield kid, grew up in California. He knows how to ride the hard pack. And more importantly, he is just so good. He reminds me of someone like a Ken Roxon that doesn't need a lot of laps to kind of build into his pace. He can go out there cold and throw down a really good lap time. So I expect Rider D checking it out right now. See the 23 of Michael Mosman down in the sand. That's going to be a popular spot to hit the ground as you check the replay.
See what he does. He goes outside out, just loses the front as he comes into the turn.
And that's what I'm talking about. You have so much speed coming down that start straight. If you're turning, if you're on a bit of a lean angle and you're braking, when it transfers from the clay to the sand, stuff like that is going to happen.
Rider D on a fast one right here. He goes over, then triple, then he triples into that turn. I feel like that would be fast, but
It's 5-4, so the margins are razor thin at the top right now. But you see, perfect example. We've been talking all day about Haiden Deegan's corner speed. In that left-hand bowl corner before this rhythm section, just carries so much speed, leans the bike over, zero hesitation in the middle of the turns.
Well, as we're on Haiden Deegan, Levi Kitchen goes to the top by 0.3 of a second, 57.3. Does Haiden Deegan top that? He comes out of the sand.
I love how he stayed low in the sand, didn't bury his bike in the top. Only a 57.8, so that was Haiden Deegan is pushing hard right now. He wants to be the fastest qualifier. He's not kind of just hanging back and chilling, but is not able to get to the top of the board right there. These guys at the front, Levi Kitchen, Rider DiFrancesco, they're on it. They're trying to take the fight to Deegs.
Well, we mentioned in Q1 when Haiden was fastest until he got his lap time taken away, we mentioned how repeatable it is. This is maybe the first session of the season where we've noticed, okay, he's going as fast as he can, and he just can't crack
action throughout the track. It requires a little troubleshooting a little bit. You have to go out there and kind of figure out how fast you can go, how much you can push it. But if you're Haiden Deegan right now, 3/4 of a second, you got a 20-point championship lead. He's not stressing it.
Nah, not stressing at all, but how about this guy? He wants to get his first win of the season. The 47 continues to throw down lap after lap. 57.3 is his best. I like that line right there. He goes on, off, and McAdoo's getting a toe behind him.
Yeah, we're used to seeing this duo on the track, too. Cameron knows. Cameron is not a guy that is necessarily great at this type of discipline, fast lap, qualifying, but he knows Levi's a little better than him, so wouldn't surprise me at all if this is something that's talked about at the truck before practice. Sometimes if you're just etiquette-wise, sometimes you will just ask your teammate, like, is it okay if I follow you for a lap? And knowing Levi's personality, he's like, yeah, man, go for it.
Deegan on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. That section after the whoops, McAdoo and Kitchen doing different lines, so you wonder if they're going to go back to the truck and kind of study that and say, okay, the line Kitchen did was a little bit faster. Or, hey, Levi, the line that Cameron did potentially was a little bit faster. So love the teamwork from the Monster Energy Pro Circuit boys. 56.7, and McAdoo goes second. It worked.
It 0.6. Just when you think he's not going to figure it out, he does, JB. What a lap from
What
the
has
line.
happened to this track in the last 1 minute? Deegan goes faster, Kitchen goes faster, McAdoo, look at Volan in fourth. He went faster. Lux Turner's up to seventh. Unbelievable late.
With that would be easy to settle, but he knows he's got a little more speed out there.
Love the technique in the whoops. You can see him on the balls of his feet, toes kind of pointed in towards the motorcycle. He goes double, triple. This is a line that McAdoo did. Levi did different. Levi doubled over that start. There you see he aborts his lap. Wasn't feeling that one?
Well, when you're at the end of the session and the fast time has been put on the board and you know that you have to be perfect if you have any chance of getting up there, you know right away. You make a little mistake. You saw him. He had a little hesitation in the corner after the whoops, and that's all he needed to pull up from that one.
Haiden Deegan, fastest in qualifying, 56.6. But how about Levi Kitchen's speed here today in Glendale? Only 1/10 of a second off your championship points leader.
He's feeling it.
Cameron McAdoo feeling good as well. Typically not great in qualifying. Well, he is here today. Max Volan, he was on the show earlier. He said he's feeling good. There's no doubt about it. He's going to be happy about that fourth place. And Ryder DeFrancisco, 57.6. It is tight